if you're a fitness coach who wants to get to those 10K months within the next, let's say 4 to 6 months without having to spam a ton of cold outreach, try to make viral content, or wonder if your videos or physique are actually gonna make you money, I made this for you. I wanna tell you how I went from a broke, lost college student to making $2,550 in a day. And absolutely anyone can do this. I don't even have 300 followers. My followers are actually, I think, going down right now recently, but I've still been able to make money. So anyone can do this. I started as like just a lifeguard. I was doing minimum wage, right? I was ambitious, but I had no idea what to do at all. And what actually finally was the last straw was when I saw those kids getting rich during COVID. So I started trying absolutely everything. I did NFTs, I did options, I did selling insurance, I did growth operating, and nothing was working. I was stuck, it sucked. Heck, when I started posting content, that sucked too. And I didn't know what to do at all. And it was only at the point when, after I'd spent days, weeks, months, heck, maybe a year of just avoiding social situations because I needed to go plot in my room, how am I going to make this work? No one gets it. Did I finally decide to let go of the need to feel safe? And anxiously, somehow, both calculated and blindly, I took that leap, not of faith, but just raw resolve to change because something needed to change. Only after that did I get a mentor. And just like that, the input-output full equation to success was just laid out in front of me. And I was honestly in the place where I was like, no way, there's no way it's that easy. I just needed to get over the wall of ignorance. I just had to make the jump. But I hadn't done anything yet. So I realized I had to put my head down. 10 to 12 hour days, falling asleep thinking the cold DM thing would work, waking up, gotta finish your DMs. And yeah, that didn't work for sure. I tried to make viral content, but when I just followed what I was taught, kept working, and got on my first call, I signed on my first call, my first high-ticket deal, 4 figures. It was over $1,000. And at that point, I knew that what I saw before when I first got that mentor was real. Like this, once you understand the game, you understand the game. So of course I kept my head down, and when I started actually teaching fitness coaches how to do the same, my first client signed his first deal in 6 days. Of course, kept doing so. And fast forward to right now, I'm at the point where I can make over 2K days. And that's only because I don't even call it a leap of faith, but I took that information and developed it into my own system, the sleeper system, that recognizes that you don't need to be famous. You don't need to have tons of followers. You don't need to sacrifice your values and make a fake persona and develop something like cliche like that to reach tons of people to grow your business. You can simply target the right people who you can actually help, who want what you offer, charge high tickets, so you need less people, and can scale to where you want to go, whether that's 10K or beyond. And there are actually 3 pillars to the sleeper system. I'll just tell you guys what it is: offer, traffic, and sales. Simple, because simple scales, complicated fails, if you've ever heard that before. And offer is the most important part. That's like 80% of your coaching business, and this is where you actually craft that unique and specific offer that makes people interested. You don't need to have a ton of clout. That is just simply unnecessary. And if you are focused more on fame than actually getting the freedom from your finances, I guess we just have different ways. So you craft that offer so it's very specific, right? And it's attractive to a specific ideal client. You communicate that in your content so you can bring that person in. Second is traffic. We use a cheap ad. I was scared of spending anything trying to grow a business, but at that point I was like, I told you, who cares about if it's safe or not? But surprisingly, cheap ad, $10, easy. And it actually started to bring in ideal clients. And from there you can close for high ticket. So now it means even less. You can just like repeat that funnel and scale that to 10, 15, 20, whatever, right? And then the very last pillar is sales, where that actually happens, where you actually bring them in using a setting and sales framework that channels them straight through Instagram. You don't need some crazy website booking page, none of that. Again, simple scales. This does not need to be overcomplicated. When you understand what works and why it works, it becomes very simple. So if you're in the place where you're a fitness coach who has some leads, maybe not a ton, but you're posting the content, it's not getting you clients, you kind of know who you want to help, but you can't get them into your program, go to my Instagram and go through that. It's going to give you a ton of information on how you can actually use the fitness client funnel. And DM me Sleeper if you don't mind doing your scaling under the radar. Peace.